Hello students, myself Rakesh Kumar, PGT Chemistry, Government Model Sanskriti, Senior Secondary School, Dholera, Jilla Mehndrigarh, Haryana. Students, hope all you are well. Please take care all precautions which are issued by the government to prevent COVID-19. Students, today we are going to start a new unit, that is unit number 3rd, and its name is Electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is an important unit. I am sure that you use a fabulous device like phone, and we also know that battery is so important for phone. Do you think how battery function? Battery is function the principles or the processes which are included in electrochemistry. So electrochemistry is an important unit for us. It is also important in examination point of view. Electrochemistry word is composed here of the two words. What are these two words? One is electro and another is chemistry. Electro, here you can suppose as electrical energy. Electrical energy. Similarly, chemistry you can suppose here chemical energy. Chemical energy. So we can understood the concept of electrochemistry by the two words, that is electrical energy and another is chemical energy. These two energies are considered in the electrochemistry. How? These are considered as, it is the branch of chemistry in which we deals with the interconversions of electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy. That is all about the chapter. Suppose if someone wants to know from you that what do you mean by electrochemistry, then your answer will be that electrochemistry is the branch of chemistry in which the interconversions of electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy. So it is very easy to understand the concept of electrochemistry if you know that it is the branch of chemistry in which conversions of electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy. Okay, after understanding the definition of electrochemistry, we are going to start today's topic, and today's topic is galvanic cell. Galvanic cell. Galvanic cell is also known as voltaic cell, and today's learning objectives are number 1, redox reactions. And galvanic cell. We are going to learn today what are the redox reactions and galvanic cells as well. Now we are starting from redox reactions. Here the word redox is composed by adding the two words in a short form. That is, one is red and another is ox. Red here means reduction and ox here means oxidation. Reduction and oxidation. Red word is here used from reduction and ox word is used from oxidation. And after combining these two words, we obtain redox. So, the redox reactions means the reactions in which reduction as well as oxidation occur simultaneously at the same time. So, it is easy to understand that what are redox reactions. We are going to differentiate these two because these two reactions are basis of the electrochemistry. What is the reduction? If we want to know what is the reduction, that it is easy to understand. We will discuss the four bases of the reduction. That means how we can say that what is the reduction. First of all, the addition of hydrogen. The addition of hydrogen is called reduction. The reactions in which hydrogen is added to the other element or other compound, that process is called reduction process. For example, suppose here we use nitrogen and it is added to the hydrogen, then it forms ammonia. Ammonia means NH3. In this reaction, we observe that nitrogen is here converted into ammonia. That means nitrogen is changed into the NH3. What occurs? Addition of hydrogen occur. If addition of hydrogen occur, that means process is called the reduction. So here nitrogen is reduced to ammonia. Okay? Any process in which hydrogen is added to a compound, to a element, that process is called reduction. And what is the oxidation? Just reverse of the reduction. That is the removal of hydrogen. Removal of hydrogen in reduction, that is addition of hydrogen, but in oxidation, the removal of hydrogen. The process in which hydrogen removed is known as oxidation reaction. For example, water H2O when dissociates, then it gives H2 plus O2, hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. That process is called the oxidation. Oxidation of water occur here because in water hydrogen is combined with oxygen. But when we see that water is changed into the oxygen after dissociation and hydrogen as well, so we can say that hydrogen is removed from water and changed into the oxygen. That process is called the removal of hydrogen. So its name will be oxidation reaction. Okay, another aspect of the reduction is the removal of oxygen. The removal of oxygen, the process in which oxygen is removed from a substance. That substance is said to be reduced. A reaction is called reduction reaction. For example, when Al2O3 aluminum oxide treated with coke, then what happens? Aluminium oxide when treated with coke, then it forms aluminium along with carbon dioxide gas, which is goes to the air. Here what happens? Look here, aluminium oxide is changed into air. Al2O3 is here changed into aluminium. That means Al2O3 contains oxygen, but after the reaction there is no oxygen along with the aluminium, so oxygen is removed. If removal of oxygen occurs, that is called reduction reaction. Here aluminium oxide gets reduced to aluminium and the reaction is said to be reduction reaction. Its opposite is said to be oxidation. Its opposite will be addition of oxygen. So what is the oxidation? We can say the addition of oxygen, or we can say if the amount of oxygen increases or more electronegative elements increases, then oxidation reaction occurs. For example, when we react aluminium with oxygen, then what it forms? It forms Al2O3, aluminium oxide. Here no oxygen is available with aluminium, but after the reaction there is a Al2O3, means aluminium contains oxygen along with it. So we can say aluminium here changed into aluminium oxide. There is addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen, and addition of oxygen is called oxidation. So that is the second aspect of the reduction as well as oxidation. Now we are going to discuss the third aspect of oxidation and reduction. In terms of loss or gain electrons, what is reduction? The gain of electrons is known as reduction reaction. In a reaction, if electrons are obtained or gained by the element, that process is called reduction reaction, and the substance is called reduced substance. For example, here we took Fe2 positive ion. Fe2 positive ions when gains 2 electrons, then they will change into Fe. Here Fe2 positive ions gains 2 electrons to change Fe. So this process is called the reduction. This is the main point of the oxidation and reduction in context with electrochemistry. So your concentration should be here on the third point. The gain of electron is called the reduction. I repeat it again. The gain of electrons is called reduction, and just opposite to the gains of electron will be loss of electron, and loss of electron is called oxidation. The third main point of oxidation is the loss of electrons is known as oxidation. If an element loses electrons and convert into positive ions, that process is called the oxidation. For example, copper when loses its 2 electrons, copper Cu, if it loses 2 electrons, then it will convert into copper 2 positive ions and their releases of 2 electrons. So here copper loses 2 electrons and convert into copper 2 positive ions. That process is called the oxidation. When any element loses electrons, that is called oxidation. When the element gain electrons, that is called reduction. That is the main point of the oxidation and reduction in context with electrochemistry. So during the chapter, you should keep in your mind what is the oxidation and reduction in context with electrons. Okay, and the fourth aspect to define the reduction and oxidation is oxidation number. How oxidation number decide that the reaction is reduction reaction or oxidation reaction? Let's see. It is the fourth point. If during the reaction oxidation number decreases, the reaction is said to be reduction reaction. What happens if the oxidation number decreases? If the oxidation number decreases, the process is said to be reduction process, and a substance whose oxidation number decreases is said to be reduced substance. For example, we took here this example, Fe2 positive. When it gains 2 electrons, then change into Fe. During this process, what happens to its oxidation number? The oxidation number of Fe2 positive ion is 2 plus, and Fe2 positive here change into the Fe, and what is the oxidation number of Fe? It is 0. So we can say clearly that the oxidation number decreases. If oxidation number decreases, here decreases from +2 to 0. So we can say the Fe2 positive ions is here gets reduced. And what is the reaction? Reduction reaction. Similarly, we can define the oxidation reaction with the help of oxidation number. What happens during the oxidation reaction? The oxidation number increases. Just reverse to the reduction reaction. Here oxidation number increases. For example, if we took the example of copper, what happens? Copper, it change into here copper 2 positive ions along with 2 electrons. Here copper is change into copper 2 positive ions. What is the oxidation state of copper? It is 0. Oxidation number of copper is 0. But what is the oxidation state of copper? What is the oxidation state of copper? It is 0. And the oxidation number of copper 2 positive ion is +2. Here we can say oxidation number increases. It increases from 0 to +2. If oxidation number increases, the reaction is said to be oxidation reaction, and the substance is said to be oxidized substance. So in overall, we can say what is the reduction and what is the oxidation by using these 4 points. Now we will take few reactions and try to find out the oxidized and reduced substance. Okay, question is here, find out the oxidized and reduced substances. Find out the oxidized and reduced substances. First reaction is Cu2O. when react with hydrogen H2, then it is changed into Cu plus H2O. After balancing the reaction, we have to find out the oxidation number of each reactant and the product formed by them. Here, first reactant is cuprous oxide. Cuprous oxide Cu2O. Here change into Cu, copper. What will be the oxidation number of copper in cuprous oxide? The oxidation number of copper in cuprous oxide is +1. Okay. Then it is changed into the copper, and the oxidation number of copper is, as we discussed earlier, it is 0. So oxidation number of copper is 0. Here hydrogen is changed into water. Hydrogen is changed into water. If hydrogen is changed into water, what happens to its oxidation number? The oxidation number of hydrogen is 0, and in water the oxidation number of hydrogen is +1. So after assigning the oxidation number to each reactant and product, find out the oxidized substance and reduced substance. Oxidized substance. What are oxidized substance? Recall your memory. As we discussed earlier, the oxidized substance is that substance whose oxidation number increases. Find out the substance whose oxidation number increases. Find out the substance or the reactant whose oxidation number increases. That substance is called the oxidized substance. Let's see the oxidation number of the reactant. Here the oxidation number of copper is +1 and it changed to the 0. +1 to 0, that means decreases. So that is not an oxidized substance. But in case of hydrogen, what happens? The oxidation number of hydrogen is here 0 and it increases to +1. Increases, so it is what it is? It is hydrogen. It is oxidized substance because its oxidation number increases. Okay. Now we have to find out the reduced substance. Reduced substance. Which will be the reduced substance during this process? In this process, reduced substance will be Cu2O. Cu2O. How? It is Cu2O. As we discussed earlier, that the substance is said to be reduced if its oxidation number is decreases. So here what happens? Oxidation number decreases. If the oxidation number of any element or the substance decreases, that substance to be reduced substance. So here reduced substance is cuprous oxide and oxidized substance is hydrogen. Easily we can find out by another aspect which is discussed just a few minutes ago. Which substance is oxidized substance and which is reduced? If we took the aspect of addition of oxygen or addition of hydrogen or removal of hydrogen and removal of oxygen, find out. Here oxygen is present along with copper and forms cuprous oxide, but when it changes into the copper, then what happens? Oxygen is not there. It means removal of oxygen occur. If removal of oxygen occur, that process is called the reduction. So that process is called the reduction. If reduction, that is called the reduced substance. Okay, now what happens to the hydrogen here? Hydrogen is single and it is combines with the oxygen when it forms product to form water. Similarly, so we can say hydrogen is changed into the water after adding the oxygen, and addition of oxygen is called oxidation. So here oxidation occur. If oxidation occur, the substance whose oxidation occur is called the oxidized substance. So here oxidized substance is hydrogen. So we can find out with the help of any aspect of the 4 points which we discussed just few minutes ago. Now we are going to discuss another 2 definitions just related to the oxidized substance and reduced substance. These 2 definitions are: number 1, oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. First of all, you have to know what is oxidizing agent. Agent, that word defines what is oxidizing agent. Agent, those pupils who sell something are called agent, or we can say those pupils who give something to others are called agents. For example, LIC agent. You know LIC agent. What LIC agents do? They sell or they give LIC policies. Similarly, cloth agent. Cloth agent means the person which sells cloth, which gives cloth, are called cloth agent. So here, what is oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agents are those substances which give oxygen. Oxygen. In contact with oxygen, they produces oxygen. So they are said to be oxidizing agent. If we find out the oxidizing agent in this reaction, then which reactant is give oxygen? Simply we can find out cuprous oxide change into the copper, that means it gives oxygen. That oxygen is gives out. So that is called the oxidizing agent. Cu2O, oxidizing agent, the substance which give oxygen. We can also define as the substance which removes hydrogen from others is also said to be oxidizing agent. Similarly, just opposite to the oxidizing agent, another definition is reducing agent. Reducing agent. What are reducing agents? Just reverse to the oxidizing agent. The substances which give hydrogen are called reducing agent, or we can define as also the substance which removes oxygen from others is known as reducing agent. Which removes oxygen from others or which give hydrogen. Here we can say that is not giving hydrogen, also not remove oxygen from others, so it is not a reducing agent. But in case of hydrogen, hydrogen removes the oxygen from cuprous oxide. When it removes the oxygen from cuprous oxide, that oxygen is combined with the hydrogen to form the water. So hydrogen here removes the oxygen from the cuprous oxide. So hydrogen is called the reducing agent. Reducing agent. So we can easily find out oxidized substance, reduced substance, oxidizing agent, reducing agent with the help of 4 aspects which discussed earlier. Okay, now to make it easy, you should keep in mind the oxidized substance is always reducing agent, and the substance which gets reduced is always be oxidizing agent. You should kept this definition. Okay, I repeat it again. The substance which gets oxidized is always reducing agent, and the substance which gets reduced means reduced substance is always will be oxidizing agent. So you have to only find out oxidized substance and reduced substance. Now here one equation is provided to you to find out oxidized substance, reduced substance, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Copy this reaction to your notebook and find out the oxidized substance, reduced substance, oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Find these 4 substances from this reaction with the help of oxidation number spacing. Okay.